You know, I really do live in a nice place. Well, not this building, but the one, as I move, you can kind of see it more shut out there, but the one up ahead, straight in the middle of the camera there, you know, it gives me a beautiful view of Halifax Harbor. Beauty and ugliness. But once you get past this, it's pretty nice. So you really do get a full view of the harbor, even towards the bridge in the background. Through there, it's kind of hard to see, but you can kind of see the top through the trees. Of course, my bike and my nice little spot to rest after work. So yeah, I'm gonna go down here, have a seat, and talk about ugliness and talk about beauty. Maybe even a this is maybe an old or Japanese proverb I'm gonna give to, but beautiful, beautiful. When I mean it, I say it twice. But yeah, I'd like to have a house down there too. That'd be nice, with the exception of big windstorm hurricanes. But yeah, it's a nice view. Lots of beauty. There's cemetery down there, so that's sort of a bit of ugliness. Graffiti written along the sides here that's totally unnecessary. Some things are necessary. Be nice to your mother. So all good advice. But yeah, as I was going to say, the proverb, Japanese proverb, goes like this: we only know beauty as beauty because there is ugliness. God, I'm getting pretty ugly right now here, looking at my my scruff. I'll get rid of this soon, and I should be getting rid of my helmet soon too. Just a good bike ride across the harbor, that harbor I just showed, to where I live, where I just showed. I love it. There's ugliness and there's beauty. There's ups and there's down, there's valleys and there's mountains. And it's, I don't know what to say to that. Today, I will say, I was offered and has to be cleared through Human Resources a full-time position. Now, I was under contract, and that contract would have been up in August. It was a year contract to work where I work. So that's a pretty good news. That's good positive. Feedback. Called into the office, and you know, what are you calling me for? You're about to let me go? Instead, it was yeah, they want to keep me. And like I say, this is May, June, July, then August. But they want to, I guess after 9 months, they want to offer a position that opened up to me. So I said, sure, absolutely. That does take a little bit of tension and pressure off me, for sure. So we'll see. Sorry, I just was watching. I look for hummingbirds. There's a lot more hummingbirds in Nova Scotia than out in Alberta, so I don't think that was one, but it was hard to say. It was certainly a large, if anything, it was about yay big. So probably just an insect, bumblebee or something moving around. It is spring. Over the weekend I did go for very short runs for my standard. 3 kilometers on Saturday night, 3 kilometers yesterday. So I feel pretty good. Pretty good. Trying out new shoes as well, and I think they're okay. We'll see how the week goes on. We'll see that boy. You can see way out in the harbor there, a cruise ship. Sure be nice to go on a vacation. Not for Trevor, not for years, maybe never. Will I ever hop on a cruise ship? I shouldn't say maybe never, but I'm a very modest person. I really want to, in my life, make as much of an impact as I possibly can, and I'm trying. You know, you can't always count on where you're born. What you can count on is making the most of everything. You know, if I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to that. but I certainly did make the most of things, and even at work, I think that's why, you know, they're holding on to me. I went through bloody hell. I still am. It's pretty tough. To me, it's just amazing that I'm still up and moving, like I am, all things considered, and I still got some very tough times ahead of me, and it may get worse. By no means am I saying anything's getting better. It's like I say, it's this unnecessary evil that's come upon me, and I have to do the necessary goodness to make sure, well, we keep this world a little bit better. I don't want to get religious here, but it just popped into my head, and I might have time. Guy was saying the only way this world can be saved is a return of Jesus, and I'm like, so no man could save the world? No. So this world you just got to give up on, and, you know, write it off and start up again. Yeah. And God's going to destroy all the wicked. Yeah. And I thought, well, didn't he already attempt to think about doing that back in Noah's day? And wasn't it one man, actual human, that kind of changed his mind? He was going to wipe out everything by this story, and one man changed it. So I've always kind of clung to those kind of things, and I just would have liked to hear that conversation. I always joke at it like this: I'm so mad at everybody down there. I'm fed up. It's all wrong. It's not what I planned. You know, I just want to wipe it out and start over again. You know, like a God having a temper tantrum, and then, you know, a nice kind angel puts hand on the shoulder and goes, well, okay, yeah, I see it. It's bad. It's wicked. Yeah, you know, but you did a pretty good job. Well, no, it's horrible. No, well, you know, think about Noah. He's pretty good, right? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you know, he drinks a little bit. You know, has a issue with nudity, but other than that, you know, he's a good fella. Yeah, I agree. Well, why don't you give him a chance? All right, you know, and they builds an ark, and, you know, here we are today by the story. So, and by the way, that is mostly true. I think all of it's true what I just said there, and except I don't know if that conversation actually happened. But you know, moral of that story is, no matter what they say, you can change the minds of the world. You can change the world. You can change the minds of gods if you have to. You know, you can find favor in them just by doing the right thing, doing what's the good for all. And I mean, that's just stayed in my heart my whole life, wanting to do that. And you know, and I'm writing my own quotes now too. That I call the Proverbs of Redmond. You know, just my life experiences. Some of them are funny, and some of them, you know, they're absolute truths. You know. And like I say, well, you know, the more removed others is one of them. But it's still like that. The land bent and folded me like in the makings of a sword, and the people I met gave me the materials to withstand the impact. That's a hard-earned quote, because it took me, I was across the coastal mountains, across the Coquihalla Highway, and across the Rocky Mountains again. As I walked, and boy, I don't know where that quote came. Could have been Yorkton, could have been Saskatoon, I don't know, but yeah, the land bent and folded me like in the makings of the sword, and the people did give me the materials to withstand the impact. So, you know, all I can do is try to be that weapon of goodness that people have created, and I think it's so hard. I guess there is times to be humble, and there's times you just can't. Get out there and say, this is what I am, this is what I'm here to do, and please help me do it. You know, it's not always an ugly world. It's not always a beautiful world, but it's always a world that's worthy of an effort to keep this world going. And I think that's what I want to say. And wow, you never know. You just never what this guy says when he puts it. Sometimes I don't say much. Sometimes I express a little bit more thoroughly. But hey, there was one thing that when I did arrive all the way, I'll go back to the other screen there. When I arrived to see this after walking across Canada, I was trying to come up with the words to say what took me there from one coast to another. And I thought I must have been 5 hours just writing words down. Discipline, I'm sure it was one of them. Perseverance, struggle, my will, hope, belief, and none of them really said it all, except for one, and that was just faith. And I had a lot of faith in a lot of people and a lot of things, and I had faith in myself. And when you find that, you might find that you can do just about anything. I'm going to leave you with that. Cheers.